Now that you've learned the basics of our Fordham College at Rose Hill core curriculum, we're going to take a closer look at two very important online tools that you'll use this summer to plan out your fall schedule and figure out not only what you need to take or what you should take, but also how to find the specific sections of the courses that you will actually end up taking. The first of these two tools is called DegreeWorks, which is in essence an online degree checklist for you. For incoming freshmen, it will also provide placement guidance based on your planned major coming into Fordham College at Rose Hill, as well as any placement exams that you have taken. The second tool is right here on My.Fordham, your student portal, where we will show you how to actually look up your classes and figure out when they meet and to confirm that they fulfill the requirements that you are expecting them to meet. We'll begin with your DegreeWorks digital checklist and placement tool. So we start here on your My.Fordham student tab. Once you've logged in, you can just scroll to find the DegreeWorks tool right here to log in to DegreeWorks. Just click this link and your DegreeWorks page will load here. You can see it has some relevant information such as your Fordham ID number, your number of earned credits, your major at this point. But for now, we're just going to scroll down a little bit to a different part of this screen. As we mentioned before, your DegreeWorks page for incoming freshmen will contain a sort of module here called Fordham College Rose Hill Placement. And this module here contains some more detailed recommendations on your first semester schedule. So the placement module that we're looking at right now is for a student coming in as a regular undeclared student, no interest in a science or STEM curriculum, and who wants to take Spanish. So we can see here that the system is recommending that they register for a Composition 2 or an Elocuentia Perfecta 1 course, and we'll discuss this later. It's recommending they register for a Philosophy 1000 or a Theology 1000 course, a core course, and then the math course, computer science, fulfill the math reasoning requirement, or a core course. Remember, these are recommendations. If you feel for some reason that you need to go against the recommendations or something doesn't make sense, be sure to contact your SFAC and they'll be happy to help you through any questions that you may have. It's also worth noting that this recommendation to take Spanish 2001 is in here because this student took the Spanish placement test online, which placed them into Spanish 2001. Let's take a look at another sample placement for a different kind of student. We can see here this is a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences student, and they are pre-health. So right off the bat, as a BS Biological Sciences, we know that this student will not be subject to the language requirement, for example. We see that this placement is suggesting that the student take BISC 1403 and 1413. This is the Intro Bio 1 with lab. It's recommending that they register for Chem 1311 and 1321, which is the recitation and lecture for general chemistry, the general chemistry lab right here. Now we see that this student has also been recommended to place into English Composition 1, so this student will need to register for Composition 1 and take it before they're ready for Composition 2. As a result of this student's math placement exam, they've also been placed into Math 1206, which is Calculus 1. And finally, a student will register for the Pre-Health Symposium right here. We'll take a look at one more placement. This is a non-science ESL international student. We see that similar to before, the student will be taking Philosophy 1000 or Theology 1000, a core course, and Math 1100, Cisc 1100, or a core course. But because this student is an ESL international student, there's two little differences to the student's placement that we'll cover in more detail in a later module. First, we can see that this student is being recommended to take Sociology 1025 as their social science core requirement. And this is a course called Sociology of American Culture that is exclusively for international students. You can also see here this course, IALC 1170, which is College Writing 1, and that is the specific writing course for ESL International students. It along with it has this lab, which is IALC 1270, or Intercultural Skills 1. Some ESL International students may be pre-placed into IALC 1170 and IALC 1270 over the summer, and we'll explain more about that in a later module. Next, we'll scroll to this section here, which shows our core curriculum. You can see here how it lays out the core in almost the same order as we laid it out on the core curriculum checklist that we looked at in a previous video. It shows Composition 2, the foreign language, the math computational reasoning, physical science, life science, and so on. The one nice thing with this DegreeWorks checklist is that it's linked to the courses that you may be registered in, or AP IB courses for which you have been given transfer credit. So as you can see here, all of these little red boxes here mean that you're neither registered for the course nor have you completed it either in a previous semester or through AP or IB credits. If you were to be registered for the course, the requirement, for example, if you were to register for Composition 2, would turn to a little blue squiggle here. That means in progress. That means you're registered for it, have not yet completed it. Once you complete the requirement, either at Fordham or if you've completed a requirement through AP or IB credit, you'll see this green check mark. Otherwise, the requirement will show as not complete. Like I said, this draws directly from your academic record, the courses that you're registered in, and the any transfer credits that you have received. Now, the last main feature in our DegreeWorks system that we're going to show you is this feature, the what if feature. It allows you to predict and shows you what are the requirements for a major that you might be interested in declaring in the future. So we'll just click what if, and you'll see it gives us a bunch of different options here. So this test student is an undeclared BA student. So under major here, it's going to show only BA majors. So for example, what if this student wanted to be a journalism major? This is one of the new majors in the Department of Communication and Media Studies. So we'll click journalism here, and we could also select any other combination of minor that we wanted. But if we say major in journalism here, we simply select process what if. And if we scroll down, we can see here are the requirements for a major in journalism. It'll tell us how many classes are required, how many more we still have to complete for it. And just like every other part of DegreeWorks, it'll draw from any transfer credits that you've earned and any courses that you're registered for. So if you were to register, for example, for Fundamentals of Communication and Media Studies, it would then show the little blue squiggle here to show that you're completing a requirement for a major in journalism. Now, one quick but important note, if right now you are a BA undeclared type student and your degree defaults to BA, and you are interested in a BS major like psychology, biological sciences, chemistry, for example, you'll need to select Bachelor of Science here for it to show us the Bachelor of Science majors that are available to you. Likewise, if you're presently a Bachelor of Science student, you would need to select the Bachelor of Arts option to show all the courses that are available to you.